This video shows you how to navigate Blackboard and tells you a little bit about the class and motivation. One of the first things you should do after coming into the class is go over to the syllabus. Here you have the syllabus both in a PDF form and in a Word document form. So you want to read that very carefully. Then you have the calendar, and the calendar is extremely important. You can have the calendar as PDFs, individual months as PDF, or you can bring in the whole Excel spreadsheet, and you can look through that month by month. Down here at the bottom, you can go from month to month. These have the due dates of the quizzes, the web quizzes, the book quizzes, and the exams. Extremely important. Most of the material is going to be found in course documents. Now, you have a folder here. Now, yours is going to look a little differently than mine because I'm the instructor, but there'll be an available folder. When you click on this lecture folder, there's some things to look at. Anything within this folder I can use for questions on the exam, not the quizzes, the exam. Now, if you look here, here are the PowerPoint lectures, and they're shown in a few different ways. One, you can have the raw PowerPoint without any of my voice narration. Two, you can have a PDF version of the PowerPoint lecture without any of my voice narration. But very important, this one here is going to be the jar file. This is going to be, see, imp.jar will be a file that when you click on it, and I would recommend that you either use Firefox or Google Chrome, you should be able to come up and show my lecture with the video and the narration. You can go back and forth in this. You need to watch the lectures with my narration because I have information on there that might be on the exam that might not necessarily be within the PowerPoint itself. You can look at these at your own pace. Don't forget the jar file has the narration. There's also links to some videos. There is a PDF to read. And down here is the book section, either in PDF or doc form. This is the textbook section, the textbook by Lambert Decker. There are sections, page numbers that I want you to read that have the potential of having questions on the exam. So course document, this folder has all the material you need for exams. You're also going to have web assignments that shows when those are due on the calendar. So you would simply click on these hyperlinks that take you to those web assignments, and when you have watched the video or read the document or listened to the radio program, you can come and take a quiz. The quizzes last for only 10 minutes. They have 5 questions, and you must complete them by the due date. Come back to course documents. Over here, you have book chapter questions. These are not textbooks. These are PDFs from other books. So you click on the PDF, and it comes up, and you might need to adjust it, rotate it, so you can read it, or you can print it out. But I think it's perfectly reasonable to be able to read these directly from the site. So here is the first chapter. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to rotate, and now I can start reading. Right-click and rotate. Some of them have 2 parts. Don't forget the ones that have 2 parts. Read part 1 before part 2. Those are all the book chapters. I think you'll like these book chapters. It gives greater perspective on the things we discussed and greater human relevance. You also have exam folder. And I have to change these exams around, but when the exam is available, you click on here and you have an hour and 10 minutes to take the exam. Once you've clicked on here and started the exam, you have an hour and 10 minutes. Whether you get logged off and have to log back on or whatever, If you start the exam at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it must be finished by 3:10. You don't have a cumulative hour and 10 minutes over a 24-hour period. Hour and 10 minutes from the moment you start. I will post announcements, and you'll be able to see those. I want to show you something else very quickly here. Up here is the link to the ePortfolio. It's on everybody's page. Click here. Now you need to access here to make an ePortfolio account. It's one click. You click on it, you say I agree, and you're already brought in and ready to start making ePortfolios. You need to click on this and agree before I can bring you into my ePortfolio class. It also is very helpful if you watch some of these videos on how to create ePortfolios. Getting started, changing the colors, adding documents. These are very valuable screen capture videos just like this one. Okay, I look forward to hearing about you, seeing you, writing you through emails in the class, and class will be available on Wednesday.